Hi everyone! So this is a walkthrough of our Ferris wheel project, which is an app that is a one-stop portal for you to obtain or market home-based services either as a seller or a buyer. So let's first get started and create an account as a seller. I'll skip through the parts where we are actually signing up. So after entering your details, you can just click create an account. So in this case, I actually used an account that we have already had in our Firebase, so let's just ignore that for now. And after signing up, you can choose whether you're a seller or buyer, so in this case we are a seller. And right now we can enter our seller credentials, such as the experiences that you have, such as certificates and awards, to show that you're credible. So the service I'm trying to sell is a cleaning service, and I'll be showing my awards from the previous years. So after inputting all this information, you can just click Done. And afterwards, we will be led to a profile page where you can see a username, an edit profile section, and also the profile photo. Clicking on the edit profile leads us to a page where you can edit the person's username and also their about section. After that, when we navigate back, you can actually click on Add Listing to generate a new listing. So for this listing page, you can add the service name, add a description of the service, and also the price and the service category. We've actually implemented a form validation which checks whether the fields are all filled in. So if the fields are not filled in, the item will not save in our database. So as you can see, if we didn't fill in the price, it will actually show up as an error. And let's fix this by entering a price of $50. Yep, so now we get a notification that our service has been saved successfully. So now let's take a look at an example listing, which is of a cleaning service. So right now, here we have a photo of the service, and also the service name, the user, and also the description, including the price of the service. You can also edit the listing in the bottom right corner as shown. For the seller, there is a profile, review, chat, and schedule function, which is shown in the bottom navigation bar. So while our reviews and chats haven't been implemented yet, our schedule function looks like so. So this is an example listing of a service that has been already booked, and you can change the view of the calendar to either week or day. You can also navigate between different days and different months to check your past and future schedules. Now let's navigate back and take a look at the buyer after we log in using a buyer test account. So after signing in, we are led to the buyer search page, which is the default page. For the buyer's bottom navigation bar, there is profile, search, chat, and schedule. So the schedule function looks pretty similar to the seller. However, when a listing is booked, it will appear on both the buyer and seller's calendar. And lastly, it is also possible to navigate between different months, different days, different weeks, and also to change the view and the layout of the schedule function. Yep, so this is what the buyer sees when he opens the listing and clicks on Chat with Seller function. And you can see that here you can see the main page of the chat function, and here you can see all the chats that they have currently. And then after clicking on one of the chats, you can see that there's a page where you can review your service afterwards. So what we can do is type something like, "Hello, can I confirm the service for tomorrow 12 p.m. So after I send it, it actually goes into our Firebase, and although I'm unable to show that this can be received, this is actually a real-time chat service between buyer and seller, and then they are also able to receive notifications. So for example, the seller replies and I'm not in the app, I will get a notification on the top here, and then if I'm in the app but I'm not in the chat, I'll also get an in-app notification. And so you can see that here we can send some stickers. Yeah, just as an additional feature. And then it's also possible to send images just in case you need them. So this will actually open like the photos in the phone. So you can choose between either Google Drive or Photos to upload your photo. So next we'll move on to the reviews section. This actually comes from the previous page in the chats function. For when a buyer and seller are done with their service, the buyer can actually click on leave a review, which directs them to this page where they can leave a review for the seller. And then this review will then appear on the seller's profile page for the potential buyers in the future to look at these reviews and ascertain whether they want to patronize the service or not. So that's why our bottom navigation bar still says chats, because it comes from the previous page, which is the chat function. So this allows the buyer to rate from 1 to 5 stars, as seen here, in please rate your seller service. And then our default is 3 stars, which is a neutral rating. So you can change this by either clicking or dragging. You can also give a half-star review to make it more accurate. So let's say I want to leave a 4.5-star review, and then for the next part, you can describe your service and the reason for your rating. So in this part, the user can input in the text box a more detailed experience that they had, which allows the potential buyers in the future to look at this and understand more context about why this review was given. So afterwards, you can submit the review, and this will direct us to the seller's profile page.
So that's all for now. Thank you for viewing our video.